Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Tony Ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
We are that.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Happy Memorial Day as we are recording on Memorial Day.
Yeah, me and Tony Ann totally forgot that today was Monday and that we have things to do the rest of the week. So when you're listening to this on Friday, just know that we really took our holiday weekend to get you an episode.
Yeah, exactly. We were both just laying down, minding our business. And then Alec, God bless him, is actually the one that goes, shouldn't you guys be like recording something? Oh, yeah.
Actually, we were just banned from recording during the Ranger game, and that is why at 6 o'clock we said we have to do this tonight.
Yeah. So he got our butts moving. We're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it done.
So here we are.
Yes. I hope everyone enjoyed their long holiday weekend, the kickoff the summer, as we said last week.
Yeah, it was nice. Thank God the weather. Well, the weather was nice except for today, but still, it wasn't terrible all day. But what's in your Chinatown?
Today I have. Oh, what did I just click? I don't know what I just clicked by accident. Whoops. I have one of these. Wow, it's very condensational. You can actually see a reflection real big, but it is
Condensational.
It is Jack Honey with Arnold Palmer.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. I forewarned Tony Ann that I have a good old Poland Spring. Because at 6 o'clock when we decided to record this, I realized that I had not drank more than 3 sips of water all day long. That I had with my glass of wine this afternoon, because my town is a Hallmark town, so obviously Memorial Day there's a whole stretch of events in the town, which is like, it's a real event actually. Like, people come from like all over the place. We have a bike or race thing happening. So
like
we went to
bikes
those.
or motorcycles?
No, like bikes, like bicycles.
Like a Tour de France?
Well, on a much smaller cares. It's not a Tour de Somerville. It's called something. It does have a name. I will find it in the town page. But basically, like, this could be the plot for the Hallmark movie of my town. Like, basically, in screw Christmas movies, like, we could just have a summer Hallmark movie of like, man comes to annual bike racing event, his tire is flat, the girl in the pit changes the tire, they're in love, now they go bike racing around all of America.
Starting with New Jersey, apparently.
Yeah, so it's called it might be called the Tour of Somerville, maybe.
So it is pretty close to that,
I guess. Maybe I'm making that up because we just said the Tour de France. Why can I not find it though? This is so annoying because it literally came all like up everywhere.
I didn't know those kind of bike tours had pits.
They do have pits. I saw somebody in the pit today.
That's ridiculous.
That's all I know. The girl had a flat tire. Wait. So she had a flat tire. It is kind of ridiculous, actually. So she had a flat tire, and they literally hold the bike up, and then when the whole pack comes, it's called something. I can't think of what it's called. I'm learning my bike terminology this second year we went.
Are you planning on joining this or something?
Absolutely not. It scares the crap out of me when they turn the corners. I'm afraid somebody's gonna wipe out. Anyway, so now they're holding onto the bike, and as the whole pack is coming, the guy in the pit stop is running with the bike and pushing her like she just learned how to ride a bike. You know, when your parents are got the seat and it's tell me when to let go. That was basically this girl coming out of the pit stop. And then there's another person with a tire going like this, telling them to all move over to make room for the person with the pit. It's so interesting. Anyway, it started raining, so we went to the brewery and got a couple drinks, and then as the rain cleared up, we went back out, watched a little more. It's so interesting though, because I don't know anything about bike racing, but every lap they have money that they give out. So I think this is what I gathered. You win the money every lap. You can win money every lap if you come in first of that lap. So you have to
Oh,
win like the entire race to get, like, obviously you got money if you win the whole race, but
yeah.
you get money each lap.
Oh,
And
it's
like
like a
some
like a
laps are
Super Bowl
worth,
pool.
yeah, so like some laps are worth 75, some are 50, like, and they all have like sponsors. It was very interesting. I was
Kind of
intrigued,
cool.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, biking sounds like my worst nightmare, but I mean, I guess that's a little better than running, but it hurts after a while.
Right. To see. I don't know. It's very intense. Last year
Hmm.
was cool though because there was a lot more people out. It was like a nicer day. This year with the rain, it was kind of empty. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Next year, feel free to come.
Would
I'm
people make
always inviting
signs? Is
everyone.
it like the New York Marathon where people like make signs and stuff?
No one had signs, but again, it was raining, so I don't think anybody was willingly carrying around oak tags saying "Go so and so." But there's people out there like cheering.
Okay.
So yeah, it was cool. It's cool.
Maybe
Cool
maybe
event.
next year I'll have to witness this spectacle for myself.
So I guess that's my ridiculous thing that yet again, here we are with a plot of a Hallmark movie happening right in front of my eyes.
It's funny how we like totally when you said, "Oh, this could be the plot for a Hallmark movie," my mind went in a completely different direction. You were like, "It's the woman fixing guy's bike in the pit." I was thinking like,
Oh, I don't know. That was off the top of my head. Like maybe not, but or maybe his bike skids out and then
"That's
he falls off of it and she's there and then she has to nurse him back to health and then he's got to decide, do I want to ride my bike or not?
that's what I was thinking in my head. Like there'd be a collision, and like it'd be like an enemies to lovers. Like she would hate him forever because she like broke her ankle. She was supposed to go travel the world, and because he hit her with the bike, she had to cancel her trip. And then like a couple months later, like they have a meet cute, and then they find out in like the second act that he was the biker that ruined her travels,
Her whole life.
and they have to overcome it. Hallmark, hire us. We can get
Hire
this
us.
done.
We can write your movies.
Yeah, we can get this done. I think we've seen more than enough to make a nice one. Right? I thought that was a great plot line. I was kind of into my own plot just now, so I don't know.
Oh no, that look was you thinking that we haven't seen enough Hallmark movies to write plots.
What?
When you were like, I think that we've seen enough Hallmark movies to like yes, we've 100% seen enough
Yeah.
Hallmark movies to
Yeah.
write the plots.
Or any Netflix
We're,
movie these days too, because Netflix movies are basically just Hallmark movies at this point.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. All
Um,
right, you got anything ridiculous?
um, anything that ridiculous? Honestly, I don't have anything too out of the ordinary ridiculous that happened this week. I mean, it's been a pretty low key week. Um, mm,
Can I ask if your hate for the game Operation came from this weekend?
oh, that actually came from yesterday. So yes, I mean that could kind of be
Seems
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So yesterday we went to Kim and Ramez's to hang out, and of course, like whenever I go, Allie, she's 5. We play whatever game she feels like playing. I actually got her to play T-ball for about 20 minutes, and I consider that a success. She more just she more just threw the bat and ran after it than actually hit it. But like when she did hit it, it was like line drives. Like she actually's got a pretty good swing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh,
So
good job,
so that was great.
Antonian.
But it was also like way too hot to be out there more to go collect the ball like more than 4 times. I was like, all right, you want to go do something inside now? Like I'm over this. So that was nice. And then we brought up from the basement that they had Operation, but it was like the Minions edition. Like
Okay.
whatever,
I
like
didn't even know
branded.
they did that.
Yeah, I guess they do branded ones too. So I'm like setting it up and we realize like it needs new batteries. So we put new batteries in it. And even with the new batteries, it lights up, but it doesn't buzz when you hit the edges. So we're like, this has to be wrong. Like we look at the back, like the pack that has the battery and everything, and it's like there. So it's not like it's missing like the mechanism that like makes it buzz. And then eventually we come to determine that we think it was literally made without a buzzer. And my dad Googles it and he sees that they do now make Operation with a no buzzer because it frightens or traumatizes children.
How does that traumatize you?
I'm sorry, even if
I mean, it is frightening, but that's
does,
the point. Like, you're not supposed to hit the edges. Like,
your
it's supposed to give you a
first
jump scare and to be like, oh my God, I hit the, like, it's supposed to make you jump.
Your first
'Cause you're
moment of
supposed to
anxiety
have
in life is supposed to be playing
precision.
Operation.
Right,
Like,
you're supposed to have precision. Like,
otherwise, you don't learn. So, of course, now I didn't know if that was really true. My dad found it on Google, but I'm like, I don't know if like maybe there's just like I don't know. So then I look at the box. The box the game came in does say don't make it buzz. So like it had to be sold with a buzzer if it says it on the box. Like I don't know. So I think maybe we just had a faulty game.
no. Why do when I saw that you wrote this, I feel like I heard that they changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised. But
Yeah.
to not change the box from the original box,
Right.
and if it's not gonna buzz, or if the buzzer's that low that you can't even hear it, like what is the point?
Right. So then, of course, what did I do? Because we know that children still need to grow up with a healthy fear of hitting the side of the game. Otherwise,
You
what's the
yelled
point?
every time she hit the edge.
Every time I'm like, okay, Allie, like your turn. You go get like it. They because it was Minion Edition. They named it like things in their body, like something stupid too. Like one was like a fart gun, and like one was like a banana something. So I was like, okay, Allie, go for the banana. And of course, every single time I would just be like, buzz, buzz, and she went like, ah! Like she like freaked out like the first 5 times, and then eventually she goes, I don't like when you do that. Don't do that anymore. And I'm like,
Proving the point.
and her mother's just in the background, like absolutely dying. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Allie, that's the game. You see where it lights up, it's supposed to buzz, but I have to substitute for it because it's broken.
You should have got like Taboo out and just got the buzzer and like clicked it every single time,
Yeah.
like in 4 Christmases. Can't say.
Well,
Can't say fish.
eventually she started. Then when I started doing it, she started like laughing at it. So like it was fine, but which is really how it goes anyway. Like the first couple of times when you play for the first time, you're terrified, and then like you get used to it, and it's like fun when it happens.
Right.
You know. So anyway, that was our game of Operation. We also saw, as we were doing our research about the buzzer, we saw like somebody point out online, like, did nobody ever make it a point to realize that this guy on the game Operation, he's awake for this entire procedure? Like,
because his eyes are open.
like he is not, he should be under some kind of anesthesia for this.
He's getting a C-section, but they're taking out all these other things from it, and that's why he's awake.
That's why he's so angry. So yeah, that was my ridiculous thing, I guess, is how we don't know if the game of Operation, that was just defunct, or the next generation is once again getting nicer things catered to them because they're a bunch of babies.
Ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Oh, ridiculous indeed.
Also, I have a question about your fashion comment and your tiff with khaki shorts and hockey jerseys.
Yeah.
Wait, you wrote this, and you know what's funny? I thought, I was like, but you wrote shorts and not pants. Like, I feel like it makes sense to have like khaki pants or like work pants with a hockey jersey, because like a lot of people will like, go to the office and then they go out to the bar, so like they're wearing it together. But khaki shorts, I'm sure my brother has worn this before together. And
my comment was specifically for khaki shorts, because when I went to the game, so I went to the city to watch the game on Friday.
She did not go to the game.
I did not go to the game. And it was hot as hell this weekend. So it was almost 90 degrees on Friday. So obviously everyone was out and about in their summer clothes, in their shorts, etc. But you know, it's funny to me because like hockey jerseys are like cozy, like they're more for they're like cozy clothes. Like, so you're in this.
Yes, they're made to be worn on ice.
Right. So it's just funny to me when you see those outfits, and then I'm like, which shorts? But specifically, I saw
khaki,
tons and tons and tons of men, boys, whatever, wearing hockey jerseys with khaki shorts. And these days, guys wear shorts like more fitted. Like back in the 90s and stuff, like they wore like the cargo shorts that like go down to your knees, like whatever. Now guys wear like shorts that are like Bermuda shorts, essentially. Like they go up like above the knee.
Okay, yeah, but like also you have to be able to pull that off.
So that's what I'm saying. Nobody can. I passed anybody that wore a hockey jersey and khaki shorts in New York City this Friday. You were not pulling it off. I meant the above the knee you had to pull off. Oh, well, whatever.
But I mean, I
So
guess you have to pull off the khakis and the hockey jersey
it
also.
just looked like maybe it was because the khakis, and obviously it's hockey. I'm not profiling here, but 90% of hockey fans are white. Let's just say that, okay? So, and is that wrong of an assumption? I don't know. So, khaki shorts, white men wearing khaki shorts and a hockey jersey, like sometimes you can't even like notice they're like if they look naked from the waist down. So, like, it just looked so weird. Or if you could tell they're wearing shorts, they look like almost like what did I compare them to? To like football girdles. Like,
oh my God, how baggy were these shorts?
but they weren't baggy. They were like almost like
actual
bike short
like
tight.
cargo like shorts.
No. I'm saying that's why they didn't look good, is because they were too tight. Like they were fitted.
Oh, I mean, a lot of hockey people are like very preppy though.
It was Vineyard Vines, but like,
Yeah,
but
hockey.
that doesn't look good with a hockey jersey.
I feel like it's just not your aesthetic.
I'm sorry, you just have to see it in person to know. And if
No,
you
now I get what you're talking about. I thought you meant they were wearing baggy shorts, and I was like, where
No.
did they find these baggy shorts?
no,
But I don't know. I feel like this isn't as odd to me because I think that half of my high school wore this on the
Okay.
reg.
well,
So
I
maybe
don't
I'm
know.
just I'm used to it because
I pointed it out to Mary, and she agreed with me that it looked really weird. And of course, no, because I'm me, I was hyper focused on it the rest of the day. So
of course
anytime
you
I
were.
saw
Of
somebody in
course
it,
you were.
I was like, oh my God, another one. And then when we were leaving, I saw a guy wearing shorts, but they were like blue, like navy blue shorts. And I was like, see, that looks fine. It's just the khaki that I really didn't like.
So in retrospect, Tony Ann was not picking up any of the hockey men in the bar
Oh.
because she hated their outfits.
No, that's not why. Let me point out another thing. I realized, sadly, we have gotten too old for Fleet Week.
Yeah, they're children.
They are legit children. I was like, oh, we're gonna go in the city, Fleet Week, get some Sailor Boys. No, they're like children.
Also, though, like Fleet Week has not been good like for years now.
But is it because we're getting older?
No, like when I worked there, it was not like the first summer that I worked there, we were ready. Like me, my boss, like people from other places, like they all came to the boat. We were like, we're gonna find sailors. Nope.
I know. It's really sad because I mean, like you always like see a man in uniform and you're like, oh. But then again, like those uniforms were never like the most attractive to me. They look like with like Popeye. I just don't like. I prefer a different kind of uniform than that, but you know.
Their blue uniforms are better.
Yeah, the white ones are like a little too much.
The white ones, they look very prim and proper.
Yeah, but they're just too young. Like I looked into their faces and I'm like, I could babysit you. Like I could actually
I don't think they need a babysitter if they're in the military.
They seem that young.
That's just me.
They do have babysitters if they're in the military, but that's besides the point. So yeah, so that was one more thing I noticed. And then what was the other thing? Oh, and then what you said about picking men up and watching the hockey game. No, because I noticed now as a newer hockey watcher, aka for this playoff series only, playoff run only. Hockey is a sport where if you're into it, your eyes are glued to that TV. There is no conversation to be had at all.
You can't talk unless it's intermission.
No, or a commercial, which
yesterday,
is very rare.
My brother literally ripped into me because my neighbor had texted me. It was overtime. I didn't really watch the whole game because we were at my cousin's house. I was in the pool with the baby.
Watched it.
Well, I was in the pool with the baby. I went inside. Well, and they were winning when I wasn't watching. So then I was being superstitious.
Oh, right.
Then it went into overtime, and I was like, screw it. I'm going to watch overtime. So they watched the overtime. Then my neighbor texted me, and, like, she sent me a text. And not, like, paying attention to the fact that, like, it was the middle of overtime. Also, I don't think I realized that I was, like, actually talking out loud. And she, like, sent me something, and I was like, oh, that's this. And, like, I went to tell Alec it. But, like, I didn't mean to say it in that moment anyway. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm watching the game. And my brother's like, it's overtime, and you're talking about blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, shut up, both of you. Like, relax. This is, like, literally 2 minutes before the guy scores. So then, now we're going to, like, eat. and I'm literally like in the buffet line because when does my family have of any function without a buffet line?
Right.
So, and I'm like explaining to Alec, I was like, I didn't mean to speak, like I was thinking out loud, not registering where I was.
Right.
Like I wasn't trying to tell you that right then and there. It was me having an outer thought,
Right.
like realization about something, and then the two of you just freaked out for no reason. Like, chill.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Like,
know how like
and I'm
you
not
go
the
out,
only person that does that.
no, but you go out and you watch baseball or even football. Like there's
Right,
plenty
you
of
could talk
downtime
about the game,
to
but
talk
like you
about the
can't
games,
talk
talk
about
to
hockey
do
while
chitter
it's happening.
chatter. But no, hockey, there's not a moment of a break, man. So you can't, like, there's no like picking up men like at this bar. They're all glued, like tranced.
Yeah. Wow, that's unfortunate.
And I
'cause
got
here
into
I
it
am
too, 'cause you
thinking,
know
I'm
I'm
like,
a sports
oh, she
girly.
could totally like, I'm like, oh, maybe like they'll have luck at the bar tonight. And now I'm realizing that's a very valid point that I didn't think about.
I mean, I'll still try, but like
Yeah, but
it's
like that's when you use like the intermissions in
Right.
your
But I get into it too because you know me, I just love being a part of like cheering for sports. So it's like
right.
I wasn't complaining because I also then was like glued watching it because I got into it. So
Right.
it's fine. Then when people
Right.
score, everybody cheers, everybody high fives. If you don't know them, it's great. The bar gave out free shots every single time they scored, which was unfortunately only
that's awesome.
2 times, but or was it 3? Did they win 3-2 that one? I don't remember. But
no, I think it might have been 3. No,
yeah.
No, it was 2-1.
Yeah, I think that one was only 2-1.
Yeah. Yesterday was
So
a high scoring game.
yeah.
But I love that Mary got that shirt too.
We insisted upon it. Yeah, and now it's the lucky shirt. So
okay, well keep wearing it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
Keep doing what you're doing. All right.
So
Last week we said we were going to talk about Netflix and what we're watching.
Okay.
Well, not specifically Netflix, just what we're watching in general.
Right, and that's because we originally were going to start off with Bridgerton.
I enjoy Bridgerton so much, like so much. I don't know, like it's like crack to me.
Right.
I don't like rewatch it over and over and over again. I will be rewatching the first 4 episodes probably again
When the next one comes
when
out.
the next 4 drop. But like I cannot not watch it, and like I have zero self-control, and it's very
One's only
interesting to
4.
me.
That's like half a day. It's
I
nothing.
know, but like it's also annoying that the seasons are so short because I was thinking back, like at least with the first season, you got to see like their lives after they got married.
Yeah.
And then since then, they haven't really done that. They did it with Queen Charlotte because they kept going like back and forth. But we obviously aren't getting that with Anthony and Kate.
We're not? We are.
Well, we're gonna, but like they already left like this season.
No, what do you mean? They've been in it the whole time.
They went back on their honeymoon. What are you talking about? They were in like the first 2 episodes, Anthony and Kate.
Oh, but like they're gonna be present throughout
they're gonna be more
rest
present
of the series because he's still like in charge of the house and like
right.
like he's gonna
we'll get
have
to
to
see them at
manage
least.
it.
But like I don't feel like we're gonna like are we gonna get to see
No.
I guess
We're not gonna get to see the Duke because of the actor being an idiot.
No, I know that. But like in their season, like at least you got like 4 episodes of them like like their relationship being married. That's what I mean. And like with Kate and Anthony, like it ended and you only got like that 1 episode of them playing like whatever the thing with the loops, croquet?
Mallet? Yeah, croquet.
Yeah, that. Okay, yeah. So like you only got like that glimpse of like, you know. So I'm just wondering, like obviously at this rate, Penelope and Colin, we're probably not gonna like. Are we gonna see their relationship like unfold more? Or is it just like get married on to the next one?
Because I would think they're gonna be around, especially once it becomes Eloise's season, which is gonna be in 2 seasons. I would think
Benedict
that
next.
Benedict will be next. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that like they're gonna probably be very present in Eloise's, I would think.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. I didn't read the books. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We've discussed this on whether or not we want to read the books. The problem is I don't know if I can, just because like I had so much trouble reading Throne of Glass, and not that was like written in Old English or anything like that, but like it was so hard for me to follow, and I don't know if because like
It's a totally different genre.
but Bridgerton is written in like parts of like old, like how Lady Whistledown writes.
Yeah.
I can't read that. I only understand it because she's saying it out loud to me, and it's still hard for me to follow the narration sometimes.
You don't like Regency stuff.
It's just hard.
That's the era.
I guess so. It's just hard for me to like follow. So maybe I need to get Audible and do an audiobook.
Yeah, maybe do that. I heard they're enjoyable, and they're much steamier than the show, obviously, too.
Well, obviously, it's a book.
I don't know. I think this season so far, I liked it, but I think, again, it all comes down to how they split it, and I didn't like that they split it. I didn't feel invested enough with them after 4 episodes, and now I feel like the last 4 might feel rushed because now they're like, they only have 4 episodes to like resolve conflicts and stuff.
I kind of feel that way also. I also felt like I thought it was unnecessary. Like, okay, I understand that we had to make Colin jealous, but like spending 3 episodes on the rock guy or whatever. What's his name?
I liked him.
No, it's not that I didn't like him, but I'm like so sick of like. But it's this is the 3rd season of like, let me make the person that I like jealous with someone else, you know? So I'm like, this is repeating itself. How about we just create the storyline that they've actually liked each other the whole time and like, you know, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I get it. So we'll see. I hopefully the back half also like has a little bit more, like you said, romance, because I feel like this is more like
I mean, from what they're leading on, it apparently is going to, but I guess
I also am
like, I felt like that carriage scene was what, like, that it ended on. I was like, this is what you're ending. Like, why can't we do this in episode 3 so we at least got some relief before, like you said, like they cut it and it doesn't feel so rushed in the back half.
I'm also nervous that they're gonna force Penelope to like out herself as Lady Whistledown, because I feel like that's what they said in the previews, and also like he's gonna find out and be like, it's either that or me. Like he's gonna pull some bullshit like that.
Do you think, or do you think he'll just keep it?
I don't know.
I saw a theory that
expose herself.
I saw a theory, and this is probably total clowning of the internet, but I saw that maybe Penelope will give it up, and then like, because how do you say the youngest sister? Hyacinth? Hyacinth?
Hyacinth?
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She someone was like clowning that like she would take over Lady Whistledown because she's so invested in everybody, like knowing what's going on with everyone, because her older siblings are like all involved. And like, because she has so many talking parts this season, they think that like somehow it's gonna get passed to her. And I'm like, I don't really know. But then there was also a theory that like someone paused something like when they were reading Lady Whistledown in the preview, and it said like Cressida's name. So they're like, is she gonna frame it to look like it's Cressida, but it's not, and then continue it? So I don't know, kind of interesting.
I hope Cressida ends up with vegetarian Birdman, because she just wants like a life left alone, and that's exactly what he would do. So I feel like they would work really well together.
I do too.
I also saw things where like people think she's a lesbian, and that's why.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that too.
Out for her.
Yeah, I also
the internet loves to think
that's why
things.
Eloise. But then I also saw that like Benedict's person, Sophie, like some weird theory with Cressida and her family and Sophie, and I was like, why are we putting Cressida into the middle of everything?
No, I don't know.
I don't think this girl is that important.
And that's where I stopped, because I don't want to read spoilers for like what Sophie's supposed to be, because I didn't read the book. So I want to just be introduced to her like for the first time.
Okay, but like the theory that I read was so outlandish. I was like, if this is true, I don't even think I comprehended this enough for it to be spoiled, honestly. It's just crazy.
But either way, Lady Whistledown just has to stay in some form, because I feel like it drives the whole show. Like it gives that Gossip Girly under vibes, where like, even though we're starting now, we know these families intimately and we like care for the characters. At the end of the day, it's still supposed to be an outside look at society. And that's how
Right.
we're supposed to look at it. So like some form or another, whether it stays Penelope or not, like Lady Whistledown has to stay. Like I just feel like that's just for the show to still continue to be as cool as it is. And like what you said at the beginning about how like you don't know what they put in it, it's like crack. It's so true. And it's like a combination, I think, of like the costumes are freaking incredible. The sets are incredible.
The music,
The music,
the covers.
A+.
We have to hear the covers.
A+. And like they just, you could tell like the cast like all gets along. So it's like the family dynamic feels real. Like
Right.
they're just hitting on all cylinders. And that's why it really sucks that the season's only 8 episodes, because we could watch a lot more. And also that would flesh out these relationships a little longer if it was a little slower of a burn or whatever.
Right.
But this show probably cost $1 gazillion to make because of all the set production and the
Yeah, I guess I didn't
costumes
think
and
of
like
that.
the music rights and like all these things. So
Right.
I can understand. Then again, you think Netflix makes enough money off of it. And that's why they split it into 2 months, so that anybody that wants to watch Bridgerton has to pay for a 2-month subscription instead of 1. That's definitely why they did that.
You're not wrong.
Mhm.
Didn't
So-
even think that.
Yeah,
but
because a lot
you're
of
right.
people now are just fed up. Like Netflix doesn't have enough year round now to like justify some people paying like for every single month of the year. So I know a lot of people now, and I've been debating doing it, like watching what I want to watch and then canceling it and then just re-upping it when I want to like watch something again, because they don't have a contract. You could cancel at any time. And but now they caught on to people doing that. So now they're like, okay, well, Bridgerton's going to be in 2 months. So now at least we get $30 out of you instead of 15 for this one show.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
I hate them.
That's a good theory. Speaking of Netflix, we're currently watching Friday Night Lights because I felt like I didn't remember it enough. Not
Great
that I didn't
show.
remember it, but like, you know, you watch bits and pieces and like it's been a while. So I was like, you know what? Let's rewatch this.
Yeah.
And unfortunately today's episode that we watched, well, of the 3 that we watched, was a tornado episode. So will I be sleeping tonight? No, I will not.
Riggins hero though.
Hero Riggins, right. But
So cute.
and Julie is becoming the total biatch that she is. Oh, she just gets so bad. Like season 1, she's like got her moments, but teenage, like typical teenage moments.
Matt deserves so much better.
Season 2, you just want to like punch
Throttle
her.
You wish she got
literally.
sucked up in that tornado.
She's so annoying.
I know.
So
She's
annoying.
jealous. She's
You
jealous
took-
over a baby.
Right, an infant. And you also took 3 episodes to tell your dad that Tim Riggins wasn't taking advantage of you. Like, how did you do that to Tim? He fixed your cable and he saved you from a tornado.
Oh, he fixed your cable. I forgot about that.
It's only fresh
just
in my
such a
mind because
good
I
guy.
watched it today.
Oh my God. How could Coach even think that of him? Oh, makes me so
I don't
upset.
know.
Coach continues to be my favorite.
I mean, he did have a reputation, and obviously Coach being his coach knows his reputation.
Obviously.
But, you know.
Did you get up to the episode? Actually, that might have been season 1. Did you get up the episode where Matt, like his dad dies and he like breaks down in the shower? Was that season 1 or season 2?
No. He didn't die yet, so he's still alive.
Oh, well, you watch it. That's not a spoiler. Okay.
I don't know if I remember that, though, because, like, the way I used to watch it, like, I did watch it, but I don't know why I didn't retain it. Like, I don't know if I didn't watch it in order, and, like, I don't know. I did watch it, though.
Well, okay. Well, when you get up to that episode, that is.
I thought I watched it all the way through.
That's always the episode that
That's a rough
sticks
one. Got it.
through to me as like one of the best episodes, and Matt just like breaks my heart. And
Ugh.
I think it's towards the end of the season, or it might even be season 3, because it might be during the whole McCoy shit.
Right. So I thought.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember the other quarterback coming. That's why I asked you. I was like, wait, who is this? Because then I thought he was somebody else. But
Yes.
either way.
And by
yeah.
this, folks, we mean that we had a conversation yesterday that Glenn Powell, not Colin Powell, Glenn Powell came out in an interview saying that like he really
wanted to be Tim
be
Riggins.
Tim Riggins, which never would have worked now that we know who Tim Riggins is. But then like he was very close to being McCoy, who is the quarterback they introduced in the third season. But he didn't get the role because he looked too much like a nice guy, and like McCoy had to be like a douchebag.
But also, like, I feel like I could see, like,
I could
not
see him
that
as a
I could-
douchebag.
I could see Glenn Powell being Tim Riggins, but because Tim Riggins is Tim Riggins,
With long hair?
I
or
think it's
no?
hard to. No, I think he would just have to have like short hair Tim Riggins.
Ew, can you imagine Tim Riggins without his luscious locks?
No, this is the thing, because we know Tim Riggins, we can't picture it, but I
know.
can picture him playing that kind of character of Tim Riggins. I feel like
All right.
Tim Riggins isn't even a character. That's just his whole vibe.
I know, it's hard to separate it from the person has played them there. Like, it's like tough.
The other funny thing is with Tim Riggins, when Lila goes on her whole Jesus loving phase and like all that, I think it's funny that Tim is like, Lila, stop recruiting people to be in your church. And I'm like, meanwhile, Tim Riggins, fast forward, you were the cult leader in Waco.
Wow. Good catch.
That broke my heart that he was the cult leader in Waco.
I didn't watch it, so I still don't have a tarnished memory of that. But
you didn't watch it?
No.
Yeah, it's sad. I wouldn't watch it. You'll have like a lot of. It was deep. I watched it during COVID. That wasn't smart.
I am into cult stuff though, so I'm surprised. Not meaning I want to join a cult. I enjoy things about cults. Let me make that clear. So
really into Scientology.
Yeah, like the whole any documentary or movie about Scientology, I'm like obsessed with it. Like I really want to know where all the missing people are, especially Shelley Miscavige, the leader's wife that went disappeared off a boat in the middle of the ocean. Nobody's ever seen her. They swear she's alive still, but like nobody's seen her in like years. It's very suspicious to me. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Tom Cruise, things.
Are you watching anything other than Bridgerton before we get sued by the Church of Scientology?
I haven't. I know we can go down that rabbit hole all day. No TV shows. I just watched today the rom-coms are back, man. I just watched The Fall Guy, which is with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, and it was so good. Like,
all right, we're gonna have to watch it.
Rom-coms are back. Like, it's a nice homage to like stunt people like in the industry, but like also it was like hilarious. Like they have great chemistry. Like the humor was there. There was a good amount of action. Like it was really good. And Rebecca from Ted Lasso is in it too.
Didn't watch Ted Lasso, so.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I have Apple TV, but I don't know how to use it. Like I pay for it with my cell phone, don't know how to get into it. So
I am today years old finding out that you just Stenza Hayward.
I think you knew that. I've told you this multiple times, so that proves how much you don't listen to me.
What are you waiting for?
I just explained to you that I don't have Apple TV. Like I do, but I don't know how to access it.
I'm gonna need you to get on that.
Well, I will watch it eventually.
When my mother and I go to London, which is in a week and a half, actually, a week from this upcoming Thursday, we're going to Richmond where they filmed Ted Lasso, and we're gonna like see all the spots they filmed and drink at the pub that they filmed and they drink at and everything like that. We're doing like a little
on More location. More importantly, are you gonna go to the Black Dog? Or is that not in London?
I'm gonna have to at least pass outside it for sure. Yeah. I have to figure out where it is first.
I think you should go there and just put on the starting line.
I'm sure I won't be the first one to think of doing that. Any song by them.
Yeah, but you just have to. You have to do it for me.
Yeah.
All right. And on that note, Britain, should we discuss that Princess Kate is now not going to be seen until 2025, and she's with her quote unquote birth family.
Okay, birth family? What is that about? Is she adopted?
No, she's like with her parents and not with William.
But why do they call it the birth family? It's just her family.
I guess to differentiate that she's not with the family that she birthed and her husband. She's with her family who gave birth to her.
Wait, I didn't see whatever article you're talking about. So they confirmed like you won't see her the rest of this year?
No, I saw it on Twitter and it was like, do not expect to see Kate until 2025. She is with her birth family being taken care of. So again, okay, maybe she is again.
I think she's really bad.
I really don't think things are good, and I think that they're like still being very sus about this.
Well, if things are, listen, they came out and said what was wrong. At this point, she
Right.
is entitled to her privacy. People were wondering why she was missing. They confirmed why she was missing.
Right.
Now, if she's still missing, you have to assume like things are not good. Like,
Right. So now there's people clowning even harder still with like all the theories or whatever. But I agree with you. They've told us what's wrong.
yeah.
This is what's wrong. Maybe William just has to work a lot because he still has a job to do.
Well, this week the king
But
and
George
him
was
canceled
also,
all
like-
their engagements.
But apparently George was like seen somewhere because he was like, I also saw this on Twitter. So like, if this is wrong,
Take that with
whatever.
a grain of
but-
salt. Yeah.
Right. But like George was apparently carrying like or following someone up the stairs, and like that's a duty that the next king would do. So like they're like speculating that William's not even gonna be next in line, like it's just gonna go straight to George.
No.
But I don't
That's
know. Again,
ridiculous.
saw this on Twitter. I don't know if that would happen. I feel like William's not that. If we gave the throne to Charles and not William right away, why
Yeah.
would they skip over William to George?
No,
that
that's-
doesn't make sense.
Well, listen, the kid's growing up heir to the throne. Like, he's got to learn. Like, they're probably teaching him,
Right.
like, this is what you have to do. Like, he's
right.
old enough now to, like, be taught classes on, like, how to be king.
right.
Like, you know.
right.
So,
Wild. So there's like wild things going on. A lot of speculation. Excuse me.
I'm concerned for Kate.
A
And
lot of speculation and like, I don't know. I think at this point we all gotta
Well,
stop.
we'll
turning
have
the
boots.
remote
We'll have boots on the
mobile
ground
first.
in a week and a half. So,
Yeah, let us know what the other side of the pond's saying.
I'm just praying that we're not there for some kind of announcement or something, God forbid. Like,
No.
I don't want that to
I
happen.
hope not. Yeah, I hope not. That would not
Because
be.
then if I have to queue for like a funeral instead of a Mets game, like that could be a problem.
You have to queue. You're going to you would go to the funeral
If it happened to be the weekend we were there.
instead of the Mets game.
Yeah, honestly,
Sure.
going to a Mets game.
I mean, the Mets are,
going to the Mets game
is
is
going
a
to a
funeral.
funeral. Right?
It is a funeral. So what is the difference? To end our conversation with the miserable Mets, they are dead. They are deceased. So
And we're for
It's the
some
same thing.
reason going to see them this weekend, and Tony Ann's going to see them next week.
I'm literally going to see them 2 Saturdays in a row, but that's because it's for situations that we just want to experience it. It really has nothing to do with the team itself.
Right. They're playing in London. You have to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, they're dead in the water. Pete Alonso will probably be traded before the deadline so that he could maybe try to win a World Series somewhere this year, and then
Oh,
maybe
you think
we'll-
they're going to trade him?
yeah, just as like a rental for the rest of this year, and then in the offseason he'll probably sign back with us.
Interesting.
Like, give him a chance to go get a World Series and then like come back, you know? Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I
Thought
guess we'll see what
process.
Boris wants to do about that.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't even speak to them because I haven't watched them since the Knicks and the Rangers have been in the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm really removed.
They lost like 7 games in a row. They finally won it yesterday. And
Oh,
then
thank God.
luckily they got rained out today. So
Thank God. Again.
no win or lose today. Luckily.
Oh my God.
And yeah, we'll see what this week brings. But Saturday, we have our tailgate. It's gonna be the Darryl Strawberry retirement
Retirement?
ceremony. Are they doing a giveaway for that? No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Whatever. So that'll be fun. We'll get
It'll
some
be a
we'll,
good time.
we'll get some funny videos to share on our page of our festivities.
Try to vlog it for you guys.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to record again next week because I don't leave for London until Wednesday night. So
Perfect.
we'll be good.
So be on track.
Yeah. And
Cool.
then when I get back from London, I'll be speaking in my accent again. Cheerio.
Oh, good God.
And I'll have my full review. Just
Don't-
like Lady Whistledown.
Make sure you have the correct luggage this time, girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I warned my mom about that. No more than 22 pounds, and we cannot expand it. It has to be. We don't want no broken zippers up in here this time around. Also,
Go
when we
upstairs
go
and
to
get some tape.
speaking of, I forgot to mention for Bridgerton, when we go to tea, when we go to London, we're going to a Bridgerton themed tea.
Oh, fun.
So it's gonna be so
That's
cute.
exciting.
Yeah, looks really fancy, but like the menu and like the cocktails are like Bridgerton themed.
I'm jealous of this trip. Very jealous.
Yeah, it'll be a nice little mother-daughter trip. We'll have a good time.
You will. You will.
That's all she wrote.
That's all we got, friends.
Thanks, friends. This was our Mike Piazza episode.
She couldn't let it go. She couldn't
31.
let it go.
31. And guess what? Next week will be 32.
Be 32.
Just as old as we are.
I'm not 32 yet, so.
Okay, so today was your old episode. Whatever. You got 2 months to go.
All right.
Enjoy
Anyway, before she sells me out, bye.
Sells you out.
I said sells me.
What, with your age? You're not allowed to give your age?
No, you're just counting down now until I'm 32, and I don't want to be a part of that.
Oh, okay. Bye, everyone.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.